Hey folks, Landstrader here, and welcome back to another episode on the Terra Nova server, playing the Infinity Evolved. I can remember what we're playing. Infinity Evolved in expert mode. So I wanted to start out with because I know one of my viewers was mentioning that he wanted to make sure that I showed everything, but well, the way that we're doing it, and oh, I can scan you.
Scan me.
You are made of Aurum. What is that? Greed?
Greed. That's all
No,
me.
hunger. That's hunger. That's
Oh, okay.
hunger. And Humanus and Eider. So you like to travel and eat,
Yeah,
apparently.
that sounds like me. I've done a lot of traveling the past couple of days.
You know, it's weird. Like, I scan people's avatars, and almost all the time, because there's different for every person.
Right?
Almost every time the aspects that they have are kind of fitting to the personality that they actually have in real life. It's really strange.
That is pretty
how
cool.
It usually works out.
You know, I do like to travel and I do like to eat, so that actually fits really well.
So I think it might have to. I think it might be based off of like your name. So like, because you chose your name, so it kind
Ah,
of, you know,
that
it
makes sense.
usually works out. 99% of the time, it works out that it actually fits their personality there as a player or whatever,
I like that.
or as a person. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So anyway, what I was about to say is one of my viewers was asking, make sure I show all the tech and stuff that we go through. And, because we've been doing co-oping, and some people have been putting some tech together, I've been doing some magic and stuff like that. So I want to do a quick review of all of the tech and the tech tree that we've gotten through so far. So I'm going to
Perfect.
quickly open my guidebook up, take a look at the tech tree because we've already done the get started stuff. Power options. We went ahead and made the survivalist generator because that's one of the easiest things to do. You can pretty much get this going without having to do any with doing very little else.
Yep.
The only thing that we had to have before that was the smeltery. The smeltery is pretty low tech as far as it doesn't require anything special to get the bricks and put it together, other than glass, clay, sand, and gravel, the usual stuff. But then in order to make any gear in this pack, you have to make a stone gear from Buildcraft. I didn't update my texture pack. I need to do that because some of the textures are still low quality. So I'll have to do that before the next video.
Yeah, I need.
Then once
Sorry, go ahead. I was just gonna say I probably need to get a texture pack. I love the way y'all's looks.
Sortex, and there's actually one specifically for this pack, so that makes
Okay.
it
Perfect.
nice. Um, so yeah, then you have to use that to make your gear cast, and use that gear cast to make all the other gears in the pack, all the metal-based gears in the pack. Once you do that, the next stage of progression is either going to be the assembly table or the thermionic fabricator. And I actually think you actually need the thermionic fabricator before you can make any other tech. So this guy over here. Now the reason we don't keep this hooked up is because it draws power all the time if you do.
Mm,
So we only hook it up when we have to use it, and then we disconnect it when we're done, so that doesn't suck all the power out of our generators or our cells or whatever. So let's look at the recipe on that. If you just look at it, and I think
yep.
if you press R, nope, that didn't work for me probably because there's a control in here. Yeah, goggles of revealing is R. Okay. Something. Anything else on R that doesn't need to be on R?
I don't think so. R sorts your inventory
Yeah, I know.
and
I
does it
hate
in the
that.
inventory, but
I usually disable that right off the bat. I don't. Yeah, it is. It is in there. Nope, I didn't get it. I need to disable it because I usually don't like when I press R is because I'll be in my inventory and I'll
yeah,
accidentally press R or whatever, and I didn't really want to store my
yeah,
inventory, and I usually
right.
keep things in particular slots. So now, if I look at this and press R, nope, use, nope, it's not doing it for me. Okay, so we'll just look it up in
Okay.
NEI.
Therm brings it
The
up.
thermionic
Yep.
fabricator is a bronze casing. You got to make a gold chest. In order to make that gold chest, we had to use a lot. Yeah, we actually had to use 16 gold to make all the gold plates because we could only make the forge hammer at that point. That's another big thing that was that's important to tech progression. So you had to make this forge hammer to use it first in order to get the plates. When you use the forge hammer, though, it takes 2 ingots to make a plate rather than 1. And we'll get to how you make 1 here in just a second. But so yeah, it took 16 gold, and then of course we had to make an iron test, which took 16 iron. So thermionic fabricator is rather expensive. Plus, if you look at the sturdy casing, 4 bronze gears plus 4 ingots. It's 20 bronze to make a sturdy casing. So, yeah, not cheap. So 20 bronze, 16 iron, 16 gold, a little bit of wood, and then 4 more gold. 4 more gold, so like 20 gold total. A little bit of glass. Get the thermionic fabricator, and then once you have this, you can make tubes, electron tubes, all the different electron tubes. There's quite a few different ones. And that is what we then use to make this guy up here, the lasers and the assembly table. So we look at assembly table.
Okay.
Where's it at in here? There it is. Assembly table.
Yep.
So that's just a few diamonds. Of course, a diamond gear is a gold gear plus 4 diamonds. So a total 5 diamonds, a total of 4 gold, a redstone, and a little bit of obsidian. They're not too ridiculous. But then you also have to have the lasers to go with them. So the more lasers you have, the faster the table works. Basically, lasers are just what it uses to transfer energy to it, and those are what require the electron tubes. So we had to make diamond electron tubes. You get 4 of them per recipe. We've made a total of 4 lasers, so we made 2 sets of diamantium tubes in order to craft those. And that's this is like maybe what you would say would be like tier 2 of technology once you get to this stage.
Yep.
And then the next thing you definitely want to have is a rolling machine, because that's what's gonna, or not a rolling machine. What's it called?
Metal former.
Metal former. Yeah, that's what's gonna save you all that extra metal from having to use the hammer. So before you actually have the metal former to make these copper wires, you have to actually have a cutter, which requires some plates. So you're gonna use up some extra metal making that first plate. Make some copper plates, cut those up into some wires. And this is a lot more wasteful. Well, it's a lot more efficient once you get the former. I'll show you that here in just a second. So you got to make 3 of those coils. You've got to make a toolbox, which requires these bronze casings, which is to rehammer a bronze plate and add a thing to it. You also need a basic machine casing, which requires an iron chipset, which is why you need the assembly table before you can even make this thing over here. So this would be like tier 3 of technology. And then finally, you got to make the electrical circuit, which requires more wires combined with some rubber and an iron plate and a little bit of redstone. So you've seen all that recipe before. But then once you got this thing, you're actually doing pretty good when you get to this stage, because the metal former is going to save you tons and tons. I don't know if there's a place where I can click to get the recipes off of this. No, I don't think so. But it will give you 1 plate per ingot when it's in rolling mode. And if you switch it to extruding mode, there's actually 3 modes. There's cutting and extruding. If you switch it to the extruding mode, you can actually get 3 wires from 1 piece of copper. So you go from getting 1 wire from 1 piece of copper using the hammer and the cutter to 3 wires per ingot. So pretty much a lot more efficient when you're using the metal former. Okay, and then you need the compressor for some other things, because you need dense plates for some of the recipes. I'm actually going to get to that right now. I've made some steel, and I'm going to throw that into the compressor, and that's going to compress into some dense plates. We'll come back to that here in a minute.
Okay.
But the compressor is also, you also need, that's also would be like the tier 3 technology. I'm pretty sure it requires some bits and pieces that you have to have this assembly table for. We can take a quick look at the recipe. Compressor. Was you made the compressor?
Yeah, I made the compressor. Yeah, so it was pretty much the same thing. Your electric circuit, basic tech there that we use to make the other things.
Yeah.
Basic
So, yeah,
machine casing, pretty much
does
same
require
thing.
the table because of the chipset. Yeah.
Yep.
Now you do got to be careful with these IT2 machines. If you break them without using a wrench, they will be destroyed. You will only get back a basic casing.
Yeah, I have to admit
Uh,
that I did that the first time and learned my lesson the hard way. So I know that very
oh.
well now.
But that brings us back to this. Now these are probably more like a tier 1 of technology. Our coke oven and our blast furnace. The blast furnace just required that we get some glue, or some gun, or a whole bunch of gunpowder, or some ender pearls. We probably could have used ender pearls, and it's nighttime, so I'm gonna go sleep it off real quick.
Yeah, go for it.
But I went ahead and made the blast furnace. I think it was last episode that I recorded. So
Okay.
that what we did was we actually used an ender pearl that we had found in a chest, I think it was at the time, and made a golden lasso, went out and got some horses and put them in the smeltery so we get the glue. That's how you got to do it.
Yep.
You got to put a horse in the smeltery, get your glue. Or you can use ender pearls, or you can use TNT, which requires a bunch of gunpowder. So, but this thing's super important, the coke oven, because that's going to give us, no, not the coke oven, blast furnace. Coke oven we had very early. We had that first episode. But the blast furnace, there's a recipe we use. We use a glue. You can either use that or the ender pearls, and like I said, or TNT. Make the blocks, and you need 28. You need, well, the recipe makes 4. You only need 27, so you always have like 1 block left over for both of these. But oh well.
Yep.
But yeah, this makes steel, and you can see that I actually just finished up another stack of steel. Woo, stack of steel.
Nice.
Which leads us into the next thing that I want to talk about. Now we've all got iron armor. Thanks. I think was it you put? I think it was actually Raccoon.
I think it was
put this
Raccoon.
together for us. Yeah,
Yep.
Raccoon put this together for us. He was working on that yesterday, and so I think we got a set for everybody now. Oh, iron armor.
Yep. Even got nice little armor stands in here.
I'm gonna come back in here. I'm gonna get my dense. Oops! I need to power. Shoot! I need to power up the generators because they're. That's out of energy.
I've got some coal on me if you want me to throw it in.
Yeah, just throw a piece of in each generator, and that should get us get this going again a little bit. We just need to get those 4 dense refined iron, because that's going to lead us into a new age of tools.
Sweet.
Because we're going to be able to make the tool forge at that point. So this is, you don't get the tool forge until you've reached tier 3 technology, basically. So once you get to this point and you've made your, you've made some steel, you've compressed it into plates, you've metal formed it into plates and compressed it into denser plates, then you need a few seared bricks, which we actually have some left over from when Isan raided the other village. So I've got 3 of those, and we're gonna put this together in this. We need that. We need that. We need the other 2 plates, and we actually need the actual original tool station to craft it up into a tool forge.
I got the.
You want to
dense
grab
plates.
the
Yep.
yeah, last two plates.
That might be close enough to you. Yep, there you go.
You wanna, okay, so ta-da!
I forgot I could view
Tool
that.
forge.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you can view it too. Yeah. Did you get to see it before?
Yeah, I
pulled it
did.
out?
That was good. I looked at the recipe
There we
before. So.
Okay, so now we can make advanced tools like the hammer, and most importantly, the crossbow.
Oh yeah.
Sweet. So we want some crossbows before we go into the nether. Trust me, it's going to make things a lot easier.
All right.
A lot easier. But we don't want to just settle for any old metal. No, you might want to upgrade, like, I don't know what kind of tools do you have? You have like double,
I
you have
got
an aluminium.
I've got
okay.
alamite pick, and then I'm just
Okay.
bronze shovel.
Okay, not too bad. I'm actually going to upgrade mine later, but I'm not going to do this on camera. I'm just going to let people know that I'm going to switch my bronze pickaxe out for a steel-headed pickaxe. Now, I'm probably going to go with something special for the bindings and possibly something different again for the handle, but I'm not going to do that this episode. But now that we have steel, we can make steel picks, which are slightly faster than aluminium and it's slightly more durable, and they have the same mining level of cobalt.
Sweet.
So steel tools are going to be pretty good, but we're going to try to have access to something even better before we go into another. But we need a particular machine, and I'm not sure how hard it's going to be to do it, but since let's go down to the bee house because there's something else that's been made that somebody forgot to show on camera.
Yeah, this is me. So I was working towards getting the tool forge, and when I saw that we needed to have a couple new machines, mainly the was the compressor? Oh no, you know why I made this? I made this because it's the dumbest reason. So I wanted a scoop to get the bees, because I was trying to clear out some trees in the spawn area, found some beehives. I thought, I hate to let these things go to waste, let's catch the bees out of them. To make a scoop, you have to use sticks from I'll think of it in a second. You have to use sticks from Natura, and to do that you have to use the sawmill, correct?
No, any stick will work.
I tried that. It wouldn't work.
Any stick will work.
Oh my gosh, I tried sticks. I absolutely tried, because I thought I saw sticks. Well, that shows my ignorance. So I did. I tried sticks, but I probably did it wrong. So
let me just make sure that it's not a glitch. But I'm sure that I've done it in.
Because I thought it was just regular sticks. I tried that first, and maybe I just did it wrong.
You didn't try to use like treated sticks, did you?
No, I used regular sticks and a piece of wool.
Those wouldn't work.
Let
me come over here. I got.
If I wasted those diamonds for that, I'm gonna be. We needed it anyway.
Well, we needed it anyway. So. I only got 5 sticks. Hang on, I gotta make a couple more sticks.
See, I'm a noob to this.
Why did I make buttons? That was stupid. I guess I'll need buttons at some point, but
yeah. Hey, you never know.
Okay, and then now I need. Here, let me put that wood back.
Here, I got a piece of wool.
Oh, you do?
Yeah,
okay.
It's in there.
In there. 2.
Well. Now I feel like a moron. Hey, I got a scoop, everybody. It only took like 16 diamonds. Alright, so
anyway, yeah, let's look at the recipe for the... we needed it. We definitely needed it.
We did.
Because we're going to need it for the machine that we're about to try to put together.
Yep, so this was the rock crusher. Yeah, so this is a multi-block 3x2x2, as you can see over there. And it's pretty simple. I say simple. Diamonds. We had Escardite did a really great job, and I'm sure Landstrider and a couple of you guys helped out as well. But we have a nice mine down there, so we found quite a bit of diamonds.
Mostly that was eSun.
Oh, it was eSun actually. Oh, okay. Well, my apologies, eSun. Good job. So it takes quite a couple pistons. I guess that would be 16 pistons, 16 diamonds, and 4 blocks of steel.
12.
Or 12. I'm sorry. So it was 12 of each. That's right. It's 3x2x2. So it was 12 of each of those and 3 blocks of steel, and that makes the rock crusher
a multi-block structure, which is required for, we'll call this tier 4 of technology.
Yeah.
So to move into tier 4 technology, we had to have the rock crusher anyway. So it's good that you made it. It's just you didn't make it for the right particular reason. That's okay. That's okay. We needed it right now because what we need more than anything at this moment is magma crucible.
Yep.
What's it going to take to get a magma crucible? Well, we actually have to go into the nether first. Shoot. Okay, that's sucky.
What is? I'm just pulling it up here. What is it? Oh, nether brick.
Because we need nether bricks. Nether bricks. So we have to poke our head in there first. So we're gonna. I guess we're gonna go in without a ranged weapon.
Okay.
And honestly, your hatchet, your mattock is probably a good enough weapon.
Yeah, I mean it's 6 damage. The only thing
that we're missing is range damage. Now, do we have any ready to go obsidian? Is the question. We do not.
I think I put some in. Did I not put it in the blocks?
I don't see any of that. Unless you have it in your inventory.
Yeah, it's not in my inventory. I thought I had a couple. I just made another chest and stuck a bunch of random. Yeah, I've got 4 down here. Here's 4. How much do you need?
Down.
Well, there's 4. You're making a. Yeah, we can go down there and grab a couple more.
Well, yeah, we need.
I'll run down and grab some.
Oh, hang on.
Oh, you have some?
I have a better way to do it. I wanted to I've talked about this in previous episodes.
Ah.
I also wanted to show these guys this because I think I did this off camera between this episode and last. I closed this because villagers were coming over here and killing themselves on the ender lilies, and I didn't think that was a good idea. So I closed that up
Okay.
with a door, and they will not pass through a carpenter door even if it's open. So,
Oh, okay.
and then over here I put a berry farm for our
I did see this.
or berries.
Yep.
And this room has to stay dark because they only grow in fruit in the dark.
Okay.
And then I just added this like just before you came on.
I wonder where that went.
You can see that I got the hardened lava tank here. Now if you look right above it, there's a fluid tank from Ender.io. I actually discovered that the recipe for the fluid tank is basic as well. It's not it was not hard, which allows automating the pushing in and pulling out of lava. So the hardened tank will store 32. The fluid tank will store 16 buckets, and it will automatically keep our smeltery filled as long as there's some lava left in one of those. So
Sweet.
we should quickly sleep again before we go down, just so the villagers aren't having to deal with zombies while we're down in the mine.
Yeah, we need to finish getting this lit up sometime.
Yep. Yeah, we're gonna need to finish putting all the torches around because we've got the wall up.
The
is
wall
up
looks
all the
great.
way around.
Wall looks tremendous.
All the way around. That was that builder really helped out a lot.
Yeah, that was
The
amazing.
only thing I had to do by hand was basically where the levels changed, the transitions on the levels, and then I have to do
flaming
some more
zombie.
work on some of the corners. There's a zombie in here.
He's flaming up on top of a tree. I was gonna try make sure he didn't go after one of our villagers before he died.
And
I
that's
think
the other
he's
thing.
gone.
We got to make sure that we cut down all the tall trees in the village because mobs will spawn up in the tree occasionally. So, grab a bucket of water before we come
water
down here.
Okay.
Yeah, get a bucket of water. I don't think there's any lava actually. Or there is a little bit formed down here somewhere.
Yeah, there's right down at the bottom of the steps. There is quite a bit of obsidian, but that's where I've been getting it from.
All the way down here.
Take the steps down and take a right. Not all the way down, but to the. I think it's like the first main opening.
Well, you can see down here. I've been clearing it. Whoa, what is this guy? Who is this guy's coming after me, man? He's gonna try to hurt me.
I'm on my way.
I'm not gonna let him.
What is it?
Oh, I got his head though. Snow Shock 35. I killed him. I had to kill him. I guess you'll have to see it on the video. since
Snow
we're down
Shock
here.
35.
Yeah, Snow Shock 35.
Okay.
The dude who's down here. He looked like a player. I think that's from Headcrumb's mod.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So right.
So there,
Yeah. Go
right
ahead.
here is some obsidian. So
I've got-
here's a little trick.
Okay.
Even if you don't have obsidian mining level on your pickaxe,
Mhm.
if you chisel it, then you can break it with just about anything.
Good old chisel mod.
Oh yeah, I love chisel. Oh,
Yeah,
there's
there's-
lava under there. Yeah, put some water in that hole. Thank you. Lost that piece. Oh, leave the water in the hole because we're gonna.
Oh, okay. I got you.
That way, as soon as I break it, it'll.
Yep.
Go ahead and start breaking one too. We need a bunch of. We're gonna need a bunch of it. So.
Okay.
Oh. Ow. That was a little OP.
Hey,
Oh,
copper.
I know why. I know. Yeah, actually, give me that.
Yeah. You can never have too much.
Okay,
copper.
let me explain something to the audience real quick, and probably to you too, because you're gonna want to know about this. Traveler's glove. I did this one off camera, unfortunately, and fortunate at the same time, because I crashed me about 15 times trying to make this thing. The Traveler's glove in the pack is currently bugged.
Okay.
Because they changed the recipe and they didn't get the metadata correct with it. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. I understand.
NBT data, actually, not metadata. So if you craft the Traveler's glove and expect it to, work normally, you'll be in for a sad surprise.
So go ahead, because I've never used it. What is the Traveler's Glove?
The Traveler's glove is a glove that goes in one of the special slots that's added by Tinker's Construct.
Okay.
And it'll allow you to put haste or damage on your hands, and that gets applied to every tool and weapon that you use.
Ah.
So all of my tools have an additional 5 levels of haste.
Well, that explains the OP shovel.
Yeah, it's not really the shovel, it's actually the gloves doing that. Whoops. I'll just stick dirt back in that hole.
This is our travel.
Right there.
Oh, this is our portal spot here.
Yeah. I think that should be good. I don't know
Okay.
what level of dirt we're doing up there, but I'll go ahead. Really get rid of those. So yeah, even breaking dirt by hand is much faster with the gloves.
Huh.
And like I said, I would have liked to have recorded it, but like it crashed me so many times until I figured out what the problem was. I restarted my client like 20 times, and then finally, in order to get it to work, basically I deleted the original one that had the bad data, and pulled one out of the creative menu.
Okay.
Just had to do it.
Yep.
So if you want one, we'll have to delete the. Like if anybody wants one for the time being, actually I probably could go on and fix the script on the server because I know how to do it. So I'll probably do that before anybody else crafts one.
That's fine. I'll
So
hold
they
off
don't
till you let me know
crash.
it's good to go.
In fact, I'll do that later tonight probably.
Okay.
So that it's done. You know what? I want this guy's head up in my up in here because he tried to kill me.
That is odd. So you said that was head crumbs. Okay.
Breadcrumbs, yeah. It adds actual people from Minecraft into the game that will try to kill you. Okay, so you need flint and steel.
Yep.
And for that, we actually need a piece of steel.
Imagine that. Expert mode.
Yeah.
You got
Expert mode. So
you
I
got a
got
piece
it.
of
I
flint?
got the. There's plenty of flint in this.
I got one right here. I was just making sure you.
Flint and steel. All right, we're ready to go.
Okay.
Drop off a couple of knickknacks here that I don't
Oh
need
yeah,
to take
yeah.
with.
I need.
You know
to do the
what?
same.
Get yourself. Actually, I'm gonna grab a couple of pressed cobble
Yep.
and uncompress it because I want to use that for building material. I'm gonna need a lot more than one stack, I think, though. Let me grab a double compressed cobble
That's what I did.
and undo that down to regular. That should be enough. If you have a stack and I have a couple stacks.
Yeah, I got 2 stacks, so we should be good to go. I got a couple ingots drop off, and I'm ready to roll.
All right, let me light this up. All right, I think we're ready to go.
All right, and I went ahead and grabbed a bow and 7 arrows just in case we absolutely need to take down a ghast. We can.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. All right, let's go through. Let's see what we get.